Imagine waking up in a quiet neighborhood of South Delhi. People getting ready for work, guests at a bed and breakfast starting their day. And then, within minutes, everything turns into smoke, screams and fire. And that's exactly what unfolded today in the Malviya Nagar, where a massive blaze ripped through a building housing a guest house and restaurant, leaving at least 21 people dead and more than 40 injured. And here is the question that everyone is asking right now, that how did a routine morning turn into one of the deadliest fire incidents in the recent memory? Well, let us break it down and let us understand that where did it start and why is it so confusing. Notably, the fire broke out around 8:30 to 8:50 a.m. at a property operating as Flourish Stay B&B in the crowded House Rani area. But here is where things get confusing. Early reports suggested that the fire started in a restaurant nearby. Later, authorities clarified that it actually began inside the B&B itself. Now think about it. A narrow lane, a crowded building, and a fire spreading before most people even understood what was happening. Now, let us shed light on what happened inside the building and why did escape became almost impossible. This wasn't just a small guest house. Reports suggest that the building had a basement, ground floor, 5 upper floors and unauthorized rooms added over the time, and now add one more critical detail, that only one entry and exit point. So when the fire started, people didn't just face flames, they faced a trap. Many guests were reportedly asleep, and within minutes corridors filled with thick smoke. Some tried to run, some rushed to balconies, and others were trapped completely, especially in the basement area. Now, let us shed light on the rescue operation that took place, that is a race against time. As soon as the alarm was raised, teams from the Delhi Fire Service rushed in. 8 fire tenders were deployed, but the challenge wasn't just the fire, it was the location. Narrow lanes made access difficult and the building structure slowed rescue efforts. Still, rescuers managed to pull out more than 40 people alive. But by then, the damage had already been done, and hospitals were under pressure. The injured were rushed to major hospitals across Delhi, including the AIIMS Trauma Center and Max Super Specialty Hospital, Saket. Doctors are still fighting to save several patients who are in critical condition due to severe burns and smoke inhalation. And this is where the situation becomes even more serious, as the death toll is feared to rise. Well, who were the victims? Here is something deeply tragic, as many of the victims were foreign nationals, mainly from Central Asia and African countries. They were tourists or short-term guests staying at the B&B, and most were asleep when the fire started, meaning that they had almost no time to react. But what went wrong? Let us shed light on the shocking violations. Now comes the most critical part of the investigation, as this building was officially licensed as a bed and breakfast for only 6 rooms. But reports suggest that it was operating nearly 25 rooms, including illegal basement accommodations. And that's not all. There was reportedly no fire NOC, that is mandatory fire safety clearance, overcrowding beyond permitted capacity, suspected absence of proper fire safety systems, and only one entry and exit route. So here is the uncomfortable question, that was this accident waiting to happen? Police investigation begins now, as the Delhi police has now registered a case of culpable homicide against the unknown persons, and the entire building has been sealed, and forensic teams are examining the site in order to determine the exact cause of the fire, whether it was a cylinder blast or something else entirely. Now, let us shed light on the government response, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed deep sorrow over the tragedy and announced compensation, that is rupees 2 lakh for families of those who lost their lives and rupees 50,000 for the injured. But beyond compensation, the bigger demand now is accountability. And this raises a final question into our mind, that as investigations continue, one question refuses to go away, that if basic safety rules had been followed, if exits were multiple, and if overcrowding was controlled, would those 21 lives still be here today? What do you think about it? Let us know in the comment section below. And do like, comment and subscribe to the Savera for more updates.